This week on Zen and Not Zen.
Oh my god! And then all my LimeWires that I
LimeWire.
it took me forever to find a working link on the LimeWire.
Like
there was
3
a
days.
there was a dude who came into the pub.
Downloading.
There was a dude who came into the pub like maybe 3 months or 3 weeks ago. Had a fucking LimeWire sweatshirt. I'm like going,
Stop.
I'm like, no fucking way. I'm like, that thing fucked up every computer I own.
That
Man,
guy
downloading
fucks.
porn,
That
dude.
guy fucks.
That guy totally fucks.
That guy
He
fucks.
totally fucks. Dude, everybody at the bar time like going, hey, did you get a virus downloading porn off LimeWire? And like all these
I
adults
had
are
to
like,
just trash 2 computers. Like I just like they were so beyond fixing.
Fucking dude,
because
that guy
of LimeWire.
totally fucks. I should have just said that. I'm like, this guy fucks.
Zen.
Fuck you.
And not Zen.
Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't actually fuck your mom. I don't even know who she is. I'm sure she's a very nice lady.
All right, that's how we're starting.
All right,
Welcome
cool.
back. All right, here we
Yeah,
go.
yeah, I didn't fuck your mom.
Sure she's
Yeah,
nice.
that's solid, not Zen material.
You could not fuck a goat.
Yeah, we didn't. That's a great question.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, so we'll just start this off. So you know Robin and I, and this new laughter that you hear over here is Kinzie Shaw.
Hello.
Yeah, so we have a third member now. So we've known each other all for a long time now.
About 5 years. You and I met each other. We all met through Red Hook.
Yes.
But
R.I.P. Red Hook.
You got hired like a summer after I did. I want to say.
I feel like it was like
2014.
2014.
And
Probably.
I started working there 2013.
It feels like a million years ago.
And that in many ways
I know,
was.
it's so
In
crazy.
many ways was. But
Oh, almost be 8 years.
yeah, it's fucking nuts.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Which is apropos that we bring that in because as much as so anyway we all work together. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Look at this for the
Yeah,
guy who
that's
never
fine.
shuts the fuck up. I'm like, guys, stay focused.
Yeah, look at you, man. Yeah. 3
Focus.
minutes in, we're still on
Focus.
top.
Got the flow chart and dry erase.
I'm just here for the ride, man.
But we were talking about the tangent, as it were, is well fuck. What did you call it? What did you say? What is it?
Just like having friends as adults.
Hard.
Like,
It's hard to fucking do.
Yeah.
Well, we forget how important it is.
Yeah.
You
Great.
know, it's so
awesome.
important to like know that you've got people that you can lean on if shit goes sideways,
Mm-hmm.
and talk to if like you get some shit. Like you can't always just talk to your spouse.
Yeah.
Or if you even have a spouse, like a lot of us people don't even have.
Oh, dude.
anybody.
Yeah.
Sit at home and just stew in my own negativity all the time.
I mean, I have a partner and I still do that. Like it's very
Yeah.
easy to like get in your own brain and it's
Yeah.
nice to have like safe environments where you can just be vulnerable and be yourself.
Yeah.
And there's like blood family I don't feel comfortable doing that around.
Yeah.
So I think friendships
Yeah.
are, equally important if not more for some people.
Yeah, no, it's huge. It's funny because the us choosing to talk about this, but it's just like we met each other 5, 7 years ago, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you and I hang out all the time.
We do.
I'm
Fucking-
a hermit. Never here.
Well, no, but I am a huge fan, and I feel like you and I've hit it off. I feel like we're all part of this huge good vibe tribe, and I
Yeah.
hate that term.
Good vibe. Woo!
I hate
That's
that.
very
I
zen
hate
of
that. I
you.
hate that shit so much. I see people.
wouldn't even
I
care.
see
I
people
loved
with that
it.
shirt, and I'm like, that is fucking up my vibe. That is fucking up my shit. You with that shirt. Actually, we had to kick a guy out of the bar yesterday. No, 2 days ago. If I'm going to be 100% honest, 2 days ago. Who had a good vibes only shirt. We had to kick him out of the bar.
I mean, it was Saturday, so
Yeah,
we
it
just
wasn't
sometimes the
feeling it.
vibes are
It's like,
just
hey man,
overwhelming.
you can't just like go spread your vibes to everyone in the fucking restaurant. That's not what I said.
What
but-
bar are you working at? I don't even.
we
I
don't
talked
do
to you
that.
so little.
We don't do that. We don't.
Will
do
you tell me
that.
afterwards?
Yeah, but
Okay.
my point is that last time we actually hung out, or last time
Mm-hmm.
I saw you was the I Love the '90s show, which was like
Oh,
fucking
that was-
4 years
That
ago.
was, I think, the
That
last
was
time that all
dope.
three of us hung out, and I think about it so.
It was one of the
much.
greatest nights of my
It
life.
was
yeah.
truly
It was so
like
Yeah, I got sick as shit and puked a bunch,
Oh,
and
but
it was
it-
still great.
it was
Yeah.
it, like
so fucking fantastic.
everything happened perfectly. Like it was
Yeah,
just the
I'm
perfect
glad I got sick.
environment,
Oh, that's
perfect
probably
people
why
to
I
be with. Because and I also brought a friend who I barely knew at the time.
What was your friend's name?
Courtney.
She was cool as
Yeah,
fuck.
Oh my
she
God,
was
she was so dope. We were talking about it the other day.
literally.
I'm like, I couldn't remember her
I
name.
barely knew her, but I
She
was
was
just like,
great.
something about you. I know you will fit right in.
And my
She
older
did.
brother like
Oh
loved
my
her.
god!
They got
and
along
the fact that your
so
whole family
well.
was here.
Oh, it was great.
Crazy.
It was the best.
But so-
Like I'm yelling into this
Look
mic.
at me all
No, you're
focused
good.
and shit. Anyway, I'm
Oh.
using this to illustrate my point is that was an amazing night, and that was the last time we fucking hung out. That was 4 years ago,
Yeah.
5 years ago.
But
So
it was so good that we didn't even need to see each other for another.
Well, yeah,
4
no,
years.
we're good. I'm not really worried. I mean, we fucking texted you like,
we
three
tore
days
up
before.
Mary
I was like,
pretty
yeah, cool.
good.
We'll talk about this shit. I'll see you.
That's the thing. That's kind of how I roll with a lot of my really, really close friends that I vibe with
Yeah.
on a deep level. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like there are friends like you two and a few others that can and I have not spoken to them for years at a time, and then we will see each other and it's like we saw each other yesterday.
Definitely.
Like, we pick right back up to where we left off. And for me, who's a little bit more of an introvert that I'm discovering as I get older,
Well, thanks for
I
coming.
would rather have. Yeah, you're welcome. I leave the house for no one.
She's got shoe boxes on her feet.
I truly do.
Or no, fucking
I didn't
tissue
even put on
boxes.
good
Tissue
pants.
box. I fucked up the
did
joke.
my
Howard
tissue
Hughes
box.
came in with jars of urine.
Trying to compliment your friendship. Talking about tissue boxes on my feet.
Jars of urine.
Yeah, I have a lot of those moments where, like, when we get together, it's like the best thing ever, and I would almost rather for me have that than just like a million. Like, feel like I need. I don't know. I spend so much energy in friendships that it's not sustainable for me to do every single day.
I get you. I
Yeah.
get you. Yeah. Well, I mean, so to be completely fair, I've seen you quite a bit in the past couple of
That's
years.
fair enough.
So,
I
yeah,
was having a spiritual awakening.
so we've been hanging out a little
Yeah.
bit, but
To be fair, I may have known that. And I
He's just been
forgot.
sound bathing me. Nothing crazy.
yeah, you know. Oh, I was actually over at that Renton studio last night.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, I wanted to come.
Yeah, it was fun. But yeah, so we've been able to hang out.
Oh,
But-
ta-da.
And that's but
So maybe we're learning something about friendships right now.
well, I mean,
Priority.
you see, Candace and those folks a lot more than I
Yeah.
do. you
Well,
know,
living
so.
5 minutes from them
Yeah,
in North
right.
Seattle will help too.
Well, and I think people come into your life in different seasons for different reasons. Like, I feel like our friendship's different now than it was obviously when I was working at Red Hook.
Definitely. Yep.
And I think, like, friendships, it's awesome when they can evolve like that. Like, the same person that you've known for a long time means something completely different to you now in a better way.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, our friendship, your Robin and I's friendship, has grown immensely over the years. You know, we went from just, managing a staff and having fun and just shenaniganing our asses off to actually having meaningful conversations about life. While still shenaniganing.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
In
we're
all
still-
honesty, yeah. That is part of that also, and that, for whatever reason, but a lot of our friendship kind of took off after you stopped working with me
yeah.
to some extent.
Yeah, I had a
Some
lot
extent.
of barriers
Yeah,
kind of
you
built
know,
into
that's
my
totally
working
fine,
life, yeah.
But that's, that it's part of that. But yeah, it did kind of.
But what about making new friends? Have you had
about this? Yeah.
Yeah, have you had to make a new friend or got to the point where you realize you don't have a friends or
Yeah.
friend group?
You sound pretty stoked. You're like, yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
cool. Let's hear about these new
That's a
friends of
tough
yours.
one.
You're just fucking
No,
pumped up.
it's hard for not hard for me. Like, I wait until I find someone that when I meet them, it's like, oh, I feel like I've known this person, or I have an immediate like connection with them.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
when
hard
I first
at
met you, that was
like
pretty
building
fucking funny,
friendships from complete stranger and like having to do a bunch of small events or lunch dates to try to get to know that person. Like, for me, that's hard. That's difficult for me to do
Yeah.
and sustain. So
It's
I
like
just kind of
dating
wait.
almost.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. And
You're
it's-
putting
it's
a lot of energy
work.
into it.
And I'm like, I'm just trying to get myself out the door today. Like, I can barely
Right.
handle myself. Like, I just need to shower today, and I can't be. Small talk. I'm really bad at small talk.
Well,
Yeah.
for me, and I think of like all my close friends, but like for the lion's share of them, it's all through work, and that's the case for most people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I think of my best friend who now works from home and works by himself, and I don't know what you're doing professionally now, and I know, but it's just like
That's where we spend most of our time.
it becomes
Definitely.
increasingly more difficult. I think of my friend who fucking can work out of like his. I mean, I suppose you can go to the coffee shop, but you're still having to work. You can't
Yeah.
just be like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just
Yeah.
here to pretend like I'm working. I came here to spit game.
Yeah.
Well, I work at the yoga studios too, so I get
Yeah.
people that are coming and going.
Well,
But it's
especially like restaurant life. Like I think that's different. I don't know. It's a different level of friendship, maybe because you're
It's
just.
pretty funny. You kind of have to become closer.
Yeah, it's weird. Like the friendships I have through restaurants and bars that I've worked at are like you. It's like a family rather than like some of the corporate jobs I have, which I have good friends from there too. But it's just like I don't know what it is about restaurants and the friendships I get developed there.
I'm actually meeting a friend, my old boss for I'm meeting her tomorrow night, and I haven't seen her in a couple of years. But that like literally, it's just that's an old restaurant boss.
Yeah.
Well, I have actually a theory about that. I was thinking a lot about it. Like as I've gotten like older and learning new things, you get vocabulary introduced to you.
Yeah.
And as soon as I heard the term trauma bond, I was like, "Holy shit! My whole
my
restaurant career
God.
has been a trauma bond."
Yes.
Because
I
like
was
you go
literally
through
just reading
these
about this, too.
rushes, ups and downs, right? You get fucking
Yes.
slammed and you run out of shit, and
Like
then
you're in
there's
the
maybe a
trenches.
fight, and then there's these things happening. Like for so long you're like you're fucking in it.
Yes.
And even people you hate, you depend on life or death because
The
if they
weeds
don't
are
run your
real.
food, you're fucked,
Yeah.
man.
I shouldn't have
You know?
called that person I'm hanging out with tomorrow a boss because she's a friend, but that's the whole thing. It's
Right.
like-
Yeah.
No, but that's the point with that was is that we all worked together so well at that time, and we all did too. But it's just like
Yeah.
being able to fucking the
No.
ones that do. The ones
Trauma
that do.
bond is real.
I've
for
never even fucking
restaurants
heard of that.
because you're on the front lines the whole time. Every table is a new disaster waiting to happen to like just chip away at your self-worth, your dignity. You feel like you're just busting ass for
Didn't you
pennies.
wait tables for us for like a brief minute there?
Yes, it was a shorter. Yeah, it was
6
longer than I
months or
would have
so?
liked. Yeah,
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 you were,
yeah. I was towards it. That's what broke me. I was like, I can't do it
it
anymore.
you were
It
not a
was- I'm
fan.
out.
Oh, yeah.
It's that small talky, have to put on a mask, have to put on a face.
Yeah.
It's so draining for me, and it
Yeah.
just gets to a point where it's really detrimental for my mental health.
It's tough.
And I think Red Hook was the last, Red Hook was the last restaurant that I worked at because it was just.
We killed her, dude.
No.
Yeah.
We fucking killed her.
No, I just
you
knew
were
I
still
could
working
never
there when
top
she.
it. I couldn't top that experience. Like our going away.
We fucking killed her.
Yeah.
There's
Well, to be
people
fair,
we
I
know
kind of
that listen to this
coaxed
shit.
I was
Kinzie Shaw in.
named.
Shit.
But like, do you remember when Red Hook was closing and we had that going away party and or even at the end of like 2014 or something, we were up in the conference space.
Yeah.
And everybody was in a circle and we were all just like
Oh, the Jammy Jam?
yeah, or a Halloween party or
totally,
something like that.
right,
And it was
yeah.
just so authentic and real and everyone in that room loved each other and I don't feel like that in any of my other jobs. Like I feel protective over people or I really dislike them.
Yeah.
Like I feel a very strong way about people I work in restaurants with. But yeah, it feels like you're in war zone.
Yeah, definitely.
Trauma Bond.
Trauma Bond.
That's the name of my next band.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I bet that shit's gotta be
It's
taken.
we're a lesbian indie folk band called Trauma Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd go watch that. I'd watch that.
Coming to
I'd
a
be in
fucking
it.
bookstore
God
near you.
damn. Yeah,
There
when
isn't really
I
bookstores
Check us
anymore.
at Powell's.
Yeah,
Dude, I gotta-
Powell's.
yeah,
go
fuck
to
yeah, man, Powell's,
Third
man.
place. You go to third place.
third place, yeah. I just found some cool bookstores down in Capitol Hill that are like metaphysical bookstores.
Oh yeah, we got some
there's
good
dope
ones
stuff
in the,
down there.
in
Do you on the hill?
Yeah.
Huh.
I do live on the hill.
Uh-huh.
I don't experience the hill. I don't really leave my apartment, but I always thought like, God, I needed to live here 11 years ago because I really would have taken
Well, because
advantage
you
of
were
living
transplant from Arizona.
there. Yeah, and I
Fear
liked
the
going
fear
out.
the fork. No
Fear
pity.
the fork.
No pity for the kitty.
Devils.
I drop that shit all the time to these
I
dipshits from
remember. No pity
Arizona.
for the
All the
kitty.
time.
I was
I
literally
said
wearing-
it 2 days ago to somebody. They're like, I'm like, yeah, you didn't fucking think I knew that. Oh.
I legit changed out of my Sun Devil boxers from college to put these other sweatpants on to come see you guys today. That's how much I love you. I switched sweatpants for you.
Appreciate
These
it.
are my
put up
going
my
out
swipe.
sweatpants.
Yeah, there you go,
Because
yeah.
the dog hair doesn't stick on them so much. They're still there though. There it is.
I was half expecting to see some cargo shorts if it was that time of year.
Yeah,
but-
it's just too
Ah,
chilly.
yes.
Yeah, it's much too chilly for cargo
It's
shorts.
so fucking cold, man.
Yeah. Well, I've been so Monica and I've been dating for like 6 years now, which is dope.
She's another reason why we became more friends because she was like, we need to fucking hang out with this dipshit.
Yeah,
and tell
so
shit
yeah,
about.
she's been a big
She's just
catalyst
the
for me
it's
to
a
open
true
up
story.
more.
True story.
But with that, like with her came this gigantic friend group.
Yeah,
And like
she's
a
got lot of
very
friends.
established friend group.
Very.
And like it's like shit you see on TV, like the way these people show
Sitcom-y
up for
shit.
people.
That's
Yeah,
like, some
right.
dude's fucking passing through town with a
Right,
backpack.
right,
I'm like,
right.
he's fucking here for like a week. I'm like, oh, fucking guy's still here, huh?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
are nicer than
Yeah.
I am.
Oh
And
my
it fucking
God.
happens, man. You know?
I know. Hey, kumbaya, dude.
It's crazy, man. But it's really shown me like that the importance of friendship and the importance of like having an adult friend. And not just, luckily I have good brothers. My brothers are great. I get along really well with my family.
They don't
Fucking
suck.
best,
Yeah, they're fucking dope as shit.
Yeah, they're good people.
So I got
Shout out
a
to the
good
whole real
like
family.
yeah, the real
Ah,
family, man. They're good
shit.
folks, man.
Keep forgetting that they were at that fucking show.
Oh,
Too. It's like so.
Oh my god, that was so fucking
They
epic,
were
man.
the whipped cream and the cherry on top.
My kids were fucking dancing on the goddamn pole dancing and on the party
God,
bus
your
beforehand.
kids were there too.
And that was what 4 years ago. So they were what 14, maybe
God.
13,
I
14,
had
and
completely forgotten
7.
they were even there.
Oh.
I probably forgot while they were there. I was just like, the children are here now. No.
Yeah, we fucking tore that shit out.
God.
God damn,
There's
man.
just. I just bask in that
So
moment
many
right now.
awesome bands were there. Tone Loc,
Salt and Pepper?
Salt and Pepper,
Uh-huh.
Rob Bass. Was Rob Bass there? No, Young
No.
MC. Young
Wait,
MC.
Young
the
MC
other
was there.
The other triple.
Color Me Bad.
Color Me Bad.
Color
Yeah,
Me
yeah.
Bad.
God, they were
Coolio.
so good.
Was
Oh,
Coolio there?
God.
There was like a bunch of people. It was like insane. I mean, we got really fucking hammered. That's
Yeah.
why I'm like literally asking you guys
Yeah.
who was at that show.
Well, and Color Me Bad did a lot of Boys to Men songs too.
Yes,
so that
I
was really
remember
dope.
that.
Well, the thing was, there was like 5 or 6 groups, but they only played like their hits because they had so many groups to go through.
It
Like
felt
Tone
a
Loc
huge
played
party.
like Wild Thing, Funky Cool Medina, and then was like done.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
were like 2 or 3 hits.
Do your
and
one
then
and
done.
done's
Yeah,
and then get out of
God,
here.
who was the closer? Was it Salt and Pepper?
I Salt and Pepper. Yeah, for sure was.
probably.
'Cause
I don't know. I forget a
all,
lot about that.
all the white ladies ran.
Well, yeah,
straight
I
to the
mean,
stage.
you.
I was front and center
Yeah,
of those
you
white
were
ladies.
fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We every Karen around me, we were living our best
Every
lives.
Karen around.
Like everybody, it was hilarious. It was absolutely
Oh,
hilarious.
do you
Everyone
know?
was just
Do
great.
you know that fucking Dane Cook, who is an alleged comedian, came up with the term Karen?
No,
Really?
Yes.
I believe it.
So like,
He was a cultural icon.
as
for a
much as
minute.
He
I gotta,
was.
as
He
much
really
as I
was,
gotta
yeah.
fucking, as much as I am not a fan of his quote humor, he did come up with that, and that's a pretty big deal.
I have a confession to make.
Oh, you like Dane Cook?
I was Dane Cook's #1 fan.
Oh, I used
was
to
in
love
college.
him.
Whoa,
Oh, yeah, I
bro.
used to
There-
love him.
I-
Yeah.
Dude, bro.
The bit that he does
Bro.
about the aliens making corn, like, oh god, what was it? Like something
Sounds
with
terrible.
aliens and
Sounds
corn.
not funny at all. Yeah, it sounds like Dane Cook.
I mean, it is the peak comedy for an 18-year-old, like frat. Like I hung out with a lot of frat guys. I was in a sorority. Like that is that demographic.
Oh God,
Damn.
dude.
Dane Cook's demographic.
If we could
I was
see
like
what's
in the
happening in
middle
my
of it.
brain right now, it's a bunch of like House of Cards just like crashing on
Hey,
like
everybody's
fine,
got a history,
fine
man.
Spode China crashing on that on like Fabergé eggs and shit. Just expensive, decaying stuff.
What bands are you ashamed of? That
Yeah,
you've
what's your-
liked?
what
Come
is
on.
your-
Oh,
I
yeah,
used to like Dane
bands. Oh, we
Cook.
could do
I used
bands
to
all
like Dane
fucking day. I
Cook.
told you I saw
No,
Creed
I want
live.
something
That's
more
not that-
vulnerable. You
Creed.
saw Creed live?
Well,
Rewind.
let's see.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hold on. I need more into.
Isn't that
Disregard
a
my
great drop?
question.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
want to
good
hear
one.
about the
That's a
Creed.
good
one, yeah.
Okay, so when I explain this,
I'm
and the
Creed.
story gets better, when I explain it, fucking God, see, she wasn't here. This wouldn't even come up. I'm fucking
But it
putting this-
did.
Putting
I
this shit
would've
on
been
wax.
There you
so
are,
Putting
man.
this shit on wax.
20 minutes in, man.
All
Let's
right.
hear it.
Always talk about Creed.
It's always, yeah, dude. I got a great Scott Stapp thing, a couple great Scott Stapp things
my
after this.
God.
Anyway, so Creed, this is like 2000, so I'm 16. Creed is playing the Key Arena, which is now back open, Climate Pledge Arena, and
Dumb name.
so terrible name,
I hate that.
terrible,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
fucking. I mean, go ahead. I'm
Well,
all for
Seattle's
eco.
great
Call
for
it
shitty
fucking,
names. Look at
call
the
it
fucking
Recycle
slut,
Arena.
you know,
I think
man.
that sounds better. I think that
Call
sounds
it like
better.
gas leak arena.
yeah.
Gas spill,
Exxon
coal.
Valdez Arena. Oh wait, we got to go the other way.
Fracking arena.
fracking
That's
one.
the best
That's a
one.
good one.
That's
I
the
love that
best
There's
one.
so many puns, so many marketing puns. Like they really missed the boat on that one.
Oh, it's got the slut. You got
Oh,
the fracking
yeah.
arena.
Oh, my
you know,
God.
come on.
So many
Just tie it
opportunities.
in.
Ah, damn.
What were you saying?
So Creed.
Creed.
Oh,
Oh my
Creed.
God, thank
2000.
Yeah, you're not
So
getting out of
Creed.
this story, man. Get in
Oh
here.
no, it gets better. So Creed is playing the Key Arena, but Seven Dust, which is a metal band,
it's
Oh,
a great
I know
band.
Seven
Love
Dust.
Seven
is the
Dust.
opening band, and
Really?
I fucking at the time in Creed's
been
defense,
reversed.
I did not hate Creed. I did, but I was not going to see Creed.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I was going to Seven Dust
Okay.
and then staying.
You just
for
weren't
Creed.
mad about Creed.
I wasn't fucking. I was making a very point that like I'm buying. Like, do you have tickets to the Seven Dust show?
You want to go give
I'm at
Seven
the fucking
Dust your
warehouse.
$40?
I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get
Seven Dust here.
I just like, I'm like,
Only here for Seven
yeah,
Dust.
the guy at Ticketmaster was like,
The Seven Dust shows that started at 8.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here for the Seven Dust show.
Okay. So we get all fucking, 16-year-old baked and go to the show, and I just go to the gates. It's like, show is canceled, lead singer's sick or whatever. There's just some other dude's like, is Seven Dust gonna be at the rescheduled date? I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of wondering that too, sir.
Right? Yeah.
Of course, there's some guy wearing a staff shirt. Like, he fucking knows.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I thought I was gonna be selling hot dogs
Oh,
today.
make sure he's
You
there.
know? So they reschedule the show, and Seven Dust can't fucking play the rescheduled date.
It's bullshit.
Oh, no.
So they replace Seven Dust with Local H, which is that shitty 2-piece pop band, guitar and drums. But
So
see,
it's
this,
like White Stripe, Kirkland brand White Stripes.
oh, I mean, this is disingenuous to the White Stripes, Steven. That's fucking great. I love what you
great.
did there. That's fucking
great.
brilliant. That's actually
Tip
let's
of the
just
hat.
stick
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, we're going with that. That's
it. Yeah,
fantastic.
fucking that.
Don't need to listen
flat,
to 'em. I got
flat
exactly what it
Diet
is.
soda White Stripes.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's like that single ply
Fuck.
toilet paper.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
trailhead
fucked.
toilet paper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. So that was the band they replaced it with. This is the funny thing, though. So we get there, and this is back when I was younger, and I'd go and see all the bands, like the opening bands, the ones that aren't on the bill.
Yeah.
The opening band was fucking Nickelback.
No!
I'm not.
No!
This is before. I didn't even know.
That was an historic event. Do you
Yeah,
realize?
I know.
Do you
I know.
realize how historic?
Dude, so like
and
I think of
pop
like the
culture?
awesome shows I've seen,
Nickelback.
like Lollapalooza.
Like, you
too.
know
Oh my
nothing. I
God.
went to Creed and Nickelback.
Yeah,
Okay, so
right?
You
Yeah.
haven't lived.
So
I've lived.
this is before Nickelback
you
broke.
remind me,
This
yeah.
is like before they had all their shit, and I'm just
Oh,
like, I was
yeah.
actually like, hey, these guys are pretty fucking good. I was like, all right, fucking Nickelback, all right.
Back in high
And
school.
then like a year later, all that shit came out, and I'm like, oh, and I'm like, oh wow. So around that time, Nickelback is taking off and Creed is tanking, and I'm just
Yeah,
going,
yeah.
whoa,
What is
wow,
happening here?
fucking passing of the shit band torch for these guys.
Oh, God. He really was
Just,
passing
I
the
got
torch.
it, bro.
a wrap.
Fucking Chad Kroger took it from Scott.
Yeah, you did.
Of course, I know the fucking singers' names.
Yeah.
On the mountain. What is the song they sing? I can't think of it right now.
That
But I can
sounded
see the
like
music
that sounded
video.
Creed. That's
No,
Yeah,
it was a
it's-
little bit of Alanis Morissette.
Can You Take Me
Uninvited.
Higher is
Can
what
you
you
take me
yeah.
higher? That's what
It's
it
good.
was. It's
Yep.
good.
It
You
was-
should take me up the mountain.
That sold
higher.
9 million copies, dude. So it wasn't just
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that they. I mean, I was when all this happened. I was in high school, and I was all I wanted to be was basic. Like I just wanted to fit in. So I loved all of these bands. And
She's
like
still
I wasn't
conformist.
very.
For those
I
of
was.
Yeah, yeah.
I just want to like what everybody likes. But when Nickelback first came out, that very first song, I was like, "This is what heaven must sound like."
this is how you remind me.
this
You
is-
fucking
I
just like this is the track.
Yeah.
This is the fucking cut.
Unironically
See, I don't
liked that
remember them
song.
playing that. See, like if I could remember them at the show
Yeah.
playing that, it would have been so
Yeah.
awesome. Like, oh, that was a closer.
Yeah, oh, man.
I just remember going, "Who the fuck is Nickelback?" And then actually, the lead singer goes, "It smells fucking good in here," because everyone's smoking weed. And I'm like, "Yeah, it does, huh?"
Well, what I was gonna say, and I before I went off my tangent, they're a Christian band.
Nickelback?
Creed.
Oh
They
yeah,
were, yeah,
oh
Creed,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
And I didn't know that.
He's all like, oh, yeah, at the show, he's like, oh, I had a little baby boy. Oh, God gave me this boy. Yeah,
Oh my god, that was a really good impression.
yeah, Scott Stapp.
Yeah.
So he does like the fight song for the Miami Marlins, the baseball team. Like this is like
Scott Stapp does?
last like year or two ago.
Okay. All right.
And it's so fucking lame.
good
He's
for
like,
him.
a stolen base. I'm not even kidding. It is that bad. It is that bad. He's like a flaming
What do you mean
stripe.
bad? That's
A
insane.
stolen base.
Do you know that this makes me want to watch baseball?
Why isn't
my
anybody
God.
parodying
Makes me
this
wanna-
yet? I mean,
How is
geez.
this not on
Oh
like a
my
TikTok?
God!
Exactly.
I can't wait to
You
play
have
this shit
homework
for
to
you
do.
later.
No, that's what I'm gonna do when I get home.
I've been meaning to play this for you, the Scott Stapp.
I have
like,
no
it's
idea
Either,
that's a
it's either
thing.
the Miami Marlins or the Tampa Bay Rays because Creed was a Florida band.
Okay. All right.
Of course I will.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
That
fucking
makes-
DeSantis.
makes a lot more
It's
Yeah,
all
they're related to
kinda
DeSantis.
That's all
connected.
Creed,
One
religion.
big-
Yeah,
One
we got
big
it.
pog juice.
Oh,
God.
poor Florida.
Oh my God. I can honestly say that we were a fan of Creed, as a growing up, like they were
Yeah.
definitely played. But
Oh, I still
Nickelback,
like one
like-
of their songs. I'll just fucking say that.
Sing it.
I'm not gonna fucking sing
which
that song.
which song?
Torn.
Torn.
I'm all like, torn, bro.
Oh, that's a good
Torn,
song.
bro.
That's a
Torn,
good song,
like,
actually.
He's
Yeah,
like,
totally.
fucking Adam's like, oh, fucking.
That's a heavy.
Torn's
That's
good.
one of
Yeah,
their heavier
torn.
songs. Right? Yeah.
What I love about adult friendships is that we've known each other 8 years, and I didn't know this about you too. And it's
What?
y'all like an onion. I just peeled
What?
back and
What? Didn't know what?
that you knew about Creed, that you went to like.
You're fucking kidding me, right?
I didn't.
Like you didn't like all the years, like
I
even
may
like
have
us
seen
working
Creed
together, like maybe
live.
not the Creed story, but like all the music shit. You never
Oh
heard me
no,
talk.
for
Okay,
sure.
yeah.
No,
Okay.
I'm talking about Creed specifically.
Yeah, I
This
find
is
that. Well, I
bringing
mean,
me
I'm gonna
joy.
be honest. There's a couple shit I don't just volunteer to everybody. If
I
I'm
feel
trying to
like I'm
woo
gonna-
a lady, I'm not gonna be like, hey, all the cool shows I see, I
Right,
lead with
yeah.
Creed.
I feel
It's
like
like,
I'd-
I love going to concerts. Yeah, I saw Creed back in 2000 with Nickelback. What the
I
fuck
would
were you
wear
doing?
that on a
I wasn't
shirt.
born. I'm like, oh fuck.
I want that
check.
on my gravestone. Saw Creed in 03.
I was
lived a full
dude,
life.
this was at the fucking absolute peak of their
Yes.
zenith. These are
Oh,
fucking the
man.
fucking
Yeah, he had
Scott
like wind
Stapp.
blowing in his hair all the time,
Fuck,
and just like
dude,
shirt
fuck.
open. Yeah.
Scott Stapp.
I love learning new information. That makes me smile about you too.
I probably saw Creed.
Oh shit, I didn't
in,
know. Oh yeah, you've seen
in
him
like
a couple
'99,
times.
maybe. I think.
Oh yeah.
Multiple Creed.
No, I
visits.
think just once.
Multiple
But
Creed
no, like
visits.
we used to, like I was telling Robin the other day, like we used
Yeah,
to do.
tangent of the week is fucking Creed.
Creed.
This
I'll
sounds
go an
like
hour and a
Creed.
half
Creed.
on
Just
this
talk
shit.
about
I have
Creed.
so many follow-up questions.
Well, there.
so
So
good.
we used to do a lot of. We used to go to a lot of those, like the radio station festivals.
Yeah.
So like down in
KFMA
Texas, it was like
Day,
Buzz
Tucson,
Fest and
Arizona.
shit like that, right?
Public
Yeah, and
rodeo
Fest,
grounds.
and Fest,
Right,
and
yeah,
Ozfest
you'd have like
here,
5,
yeah.
7, 8
That's-
bands,
it
right?
was before Coachella. It was like
Exactly.
the Coachella before Coachella.
Exactly, right. Yeah, and so we would go to those all-day festivals, and I'm pretty sure Creed was probably at one of those
Oh,
those venues.
absolutely.
But that's how I saw like Metallica, Alice in
Any
Chains,
festival
like,
worth
I saw
festival
Pearl Jam
name.
all that
shit.
Any festival
Oh, that's
worth
some
its
fucking
white
dope,
and
yeah.
gold.
That's a good show.
If you were
Scared
building
me.
a fucking bill in 1998 to 2001 and didn't at least fucking consider Creed on any day of your 3-day
Right.
You're
festival,
not
you
on
are a
shit.
fucking shitty promoter.
Yep.
No.
You're
I don't
A&R,
fucking
you're outta
care. I'm not here
Fuck
to
you,
defend
get out.
Creed's honor, but I'm gonna be honest. I will cash
wish
that
I
fucking
would.
check.
Are you gonna text Scott over there and
Hey,
be like,
sorry to
"Yeah,
bother
Scott
you,
really got a
Stappy.
zinger here
Stappy.
on this
Stappy.
podcast for you.
Got a zing.
Gotta get that fucking autographed vinyl of fucking Creed,
Fucking my own prison.
Yeah.
Original president of my own. You just name dropped the first album too. Shit. I don't know how much of this we could actually record. Fucking just call this one Adam and Robin like Creed. I fucking hate that.
If Creed ever goes on tour again, and we have to go.
No,
Yeah.
can't do it. I
have to.
can't. It'd be cheap. It'd be
Dude.
cheaper than it was
Hell
fucking.
yeah, it would
See what's
be.
funny is it'll be probably cheaper, and then
Oh
like
my God.
with inflation, it'll probably be cheaper than it was in 2000.
It'll probably just be a little tent like that Smash Mouth concert. Like that
Oh,
was just
that
like,
poor guy.
oh
No,
my
he's not a poor
God.
guy. He's an
Oh,
asshole. But
it's
good
rough.
for, he got,
That was a rough way to go out. But after the peak of 2000 was right. Like I don't think like 2000 was their
There just
year.
wasn't.
They
There just
owned
wasn't
it.
enough fame
It
for
was
Smash Mouth and Creed.
just
Like to
horrible.
know if someone had read their fortune and been like, this is how you're gonna go out. Like I wouldn't have believed it.
Did
They
you
were
ever
just
see
the
like Limp
best.
Bizkit and shit back in that day?
Oh, I love Limp Bizkit.
See, I fucking never did. My
I
friends
think I
all did
did.
in
I
high
think
school.
I
My
saw
friends,
Limp
I love
Bizkit.
my
it.
friends were all about this. Oh, significant. I was fucking like, no, man. Fucking don't
thought it was
like
a good album.
Still
I like that
don't.
album.
Unironically,
I like
still
that
listen
album.
to break stuff.
Oh,
It's a good
fuck.
song.
It's
a good one, yeah.
fuck.
And that song with Method Man,
Get
that
fuck-
track with Method Man
You
was
guys,
pretty dope.
oh, get fuck. Oh,
Chocolate Starfish, hot
oh,
dog
yo,
for
it's
the
one
water?
$3 bill, y'all. Fuck all you.
No, I
Oh, so weak.
Faith, gotta have
So
faith.
weak.
Oh, that Faith cover was that might be my favorite Limp Bizkit song.
Is the one that they didn't write. Yeah,
I
that's,
did-
that's fucking
and
Lenny
I-
Kravitz syndrome. Yeah, fucking all his hits are covers.
I love the Wes not Claypool. What's the guitarist name for
Wes
Limp Bizkit?
Borland.
Wes Borland. Yeah, I thought he was great. He was good.
Yeah,
I
with
liked
his-
him.
He's a great guitar player. It's funny
I-
because he's not known for his guitar playing. He's known for like looking like a fucking monkey on stage.
Yeah.
Well,
there's
he
that.
did always wear those fun contacts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
covered-
were very fun.
Well, that was
They were
around the
so
same time there was
delightful.
Buckethead.
I never know
Remember
what his eyes were
Buckethead?
gonna look like. Buckethead, yes.
You know, there was
I
like
saw
the
Buckethead- oh,
weird
so-
guitarists and
So
shit.
Buckethead live, I saw him live like 10 years
Wait, he had
ago.
his
I'm
own
sorry?
band.
Buckethead?
Yeah.
I thought
I'm
he
talking
just-
about the same guy, the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
guy with
Yeah,
the
the
mask and the
fucking-
bucket.
With the
Buckethead.
bucket on his
Yeah,
head.
yeah.
Yeah, Buckethead.
Oh no. Well, actually,
No, I'm talking about Kenny.
Actually, there's a group called the Bucketheads, which have a fucking minor hit in the early '90s that I can't remember right now. That we also need to listen to. It
All right.
was on Beavis and Butthead. But
Yeah,
anyway,
of course it was. Yeah. good on you.
Buckethead, during one part of his show, he brought out a pair of nunchucks and just fucking started doing nunchucks to music for like fucking like 3 minutes. I'm like, I'm like,
He is crossing
okay.
his artistic talents into
Fuck,
multiple
dude.
mediums.
Okay.
He is a true artist.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So the,
Look at how multifaceted
And
this
he's bringing
gentleman
it all
is.
together
oh my
just for
god.
you.
So it's funny. So we went to that show because Buckethead was playing with a guy called That One Guy, who I think
Oh,
I
yeah,
told
you
about.
told me that
Who's
guy.
great, phenomenal. He plays a handmade instrument, big man. I'll
Really
actually
good.
look
And
that guy
great
up
name,
Oh,
That
yeah.
One
for the
Guy.
for the
Yeah.
millions of people out there in podcast world. Check out That One Guy, but millions.
And for
It's
the
like,
five
fucking
that
dude, he's
listen to
gonna give
us.
me some royalties.
Yeah, right.
But that show was so fucking lame towards the end, like when Buckethead, because he was the headliner, because he's the name. Like, we just, like, we kind of inadvertently ditched our friend, like, just fucking left the show and went back, so he calls us at the end of the show, because you end up, like, kind of losing people at a show.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, yeah, man, I'm outside the venue. Where are you guys at? I'm like, we're back at the apartment. We've been here for like
Oh,
5
shit.
Oh.
Fucking that guy.
We're like, yeah, oh, dude, it was not cool.
God damn.
It was a total dick move. I just put that out in the pie. Sorry about that, Ryan.
All right, yeah.
This is my formal apology.
Oh, we apologize, but we were just like, yeah, sorry, man, we were kind of done. You know?
Yep.
It's like, yeah, the show sucked. I'm like, yeah, that's why we left. Couldn't find you. Didn't answer your phone. So what are you gonna fucking do? Yeah. Apparently they leave.
Did you guys ever get as hyped as I did watching or like counting down to the VMAs?
No.
Were they? Or they were? That was just me.
Actually, I
never-
should get one of those
I
on
didn't
eBay.
grow up
I'm
with
gonna
those.
see if
They
I
were
can
a
get a
big
Moon Man
culture.
award on eBay.
Oh my god! I need one. If
I'm
you can
I'm
find
checking.
one.
I'm checking right now.
You
I'll
can
see
get
how
it,
much.
what is
That
it, a
is-
Moon Man?
oh,
Is that
Yeah,
what they are?
perfect
MTV
for my
movie
heart.
So
award.
I never grew up with cable.
Oh, okay.
And
That-
so
that's-
when I
yeah.
got
You
cable,
seem like a homeschool kid.
Oh yeah, definitely fucking
no, it was
For how
it
nice
wasn't
the
even that we
family
couldn't
is.
afford
It's like
it.
it's amazing they were all homeschooled. I'm like, wow,
The
you can
cult
fucking
you're a part
talk.
of was
Exactly.
I was always the big spoon.
MTV.
No,
Movie
no,
Award.
it wasn't even that we couldn't afford it. My mom just like dug her heels in, and it wasn't even like
a good
I don't
choice.
want you to not watch cable and blah blah blah. I think she just got tired of us asking, so she was like, "No, just fuck off."
Yeah.
Just a
It's not
blanket
even an
fuck off.
option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Faye Real, that was one of the main things she dug her heels
It's a
in.
bold move. Faye.
Oh,
You
see,
know?
the movie awards were the popcorn.
The movie.
The
yeah.
popcorn.
Oh, the popcorn.
The music video award, I think, is the Moon
The
Man.
movie, okay, yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'm not finding any. I can find a bunch of photos of guys with the shit, but I don't need a. Yeah, here's one of like Courtney Love. Not Courtney Love, but yeah, you can't find them.
Yeah.
yet. Do we want the movie award or the music award?
I mean, see if you can find both.
Yeah.
The Moon Man is the VMAs.
The-
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
checking.
just remember them like feeling like so big and important, like it was a big thing, and I've just seen that the
$5
VMAs just
grand.
happened, and I was like, oh, I don't know any of these people, and I know it's because I don't keep up, but like,
Yeah.
I wonder if people still get as hyped or if it's lost its sparkle.
I don't know. So my barometer with something like that would be like Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
I remember when I was, even in my like 9-10 years old, like getting excited about Saturday Night Live,
Yeah.
and like watching the show.
Maybe
And
it's just
now
our youth.
kids, like my kids, don't give two shits about it.
Right.
Like they'll stay up that late, but they don't want to watch
That's 'cause,
SNL.
well,
They'll
dude,
watch
we grew up
whatever the
watching
fuck they
fucking
want.
Chris Farley and David Spade and shit. That's the thing.
Well,
also, like,
Yeah.
sorry to put those guys on blast because the cast is very talented, but they're
Yeah.
going up against like all time.
Well, not only that, but what else were
Or at
we
least,
watching?
well, I mean,
What else were we
classic-
watching at 11 o'clock on a Saturday night?
Arsenio
Whereas now
Hall.
you can watch
Yeah,
any
Arsenio,
fucking
bro.
thing that you want.
Arsenio, ooh, fucking Arsenio,
That was
bro.
dope, yeah.
Yeah, like I just felt like like my sister and I would sit down and watch it. We'd make sure we knew what time it was coming on, and
Oh, yeah.
maybe because it was like we couldn't record it, maybe
Yeah.
that's why. Like it was just like it felt like, and then at school everybody would be talking about it,
Mhm.
but I was also before internet where you could just talk about it on there.
Right.
So
See, it's
I don't
funny,
know.
even with the internet, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna fucking. That was funny. I'm just not wired that way. I've just never been one to like go put that out on the internet. I'll go ahead and say stupid shit on a recording and put that out on the internet, but like the old like talking about or quote talking about something online.
Yeah.
I was just obsessed with pop culture, I think.
Well, my
And
brother was
still
like
am.
always
I'm
in.
just very
yeah,
Even at a
I
young age,
really
my brother was
appreciate
like
anything
doing
pop culture.
IM and shit. Were you doing like IM and stuff? When you
Oh
were
my
growing up?
god,
I
AIM?
see. I never fucked around with that. My brother was on that shit all the time. Would like go home. I'd hear him upstairs, fucking
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
all those fucking
All the
like
computer
away
games.
icons and all that shit. Like
Oh, yeah.
all those abbreviations now, which we wouldn't even use in texting, is all that like.
See, that was all before
What was
my
that?
time
Like
on
parent
that shit.
behind me. Which one's that? Or PE?
Well, all the short form.
Yeah,
oh my God,
you know what I'm
that's
talking
right.
about. I never did any of that, but
Oh my god, you're right, you're right. Oh, and then just like messaging random people and like, oh,
see like.
It was crazy. Like chat rooms, just spending hours in chat rooms and being totally engaged like the whole time. Like there's no way I could do that now.
Which is funny is there's even more of that now, and it's like, oh, that's so passe.
It's just elevated chat rooms, I guess now.
Yeah, the chat rooms were just like just after my time, or just before after my time. Because, like, I grew up in the 90s, late 90s, so, like, 98, 99, like, there was, like, a little bit of that shit, but that was also when I was doing ignorant kid shit. So, like, my ignorant kid shit was, like...
coinciding with, like...
I couldn't just sit on a chat room. I was out there hustling, doing stupid shit. So, like... That
you know,
generation.
Sometimes the hustle finds you. You know, you know what I'm saying. Fucking 2 Chainz. No,
well, we were the
streets are calling me. Hops on my Schwinn.
Yeah.
Just had to go out there and give my stacks up. So full of shit.
But we had the we were doing dumb pager shit.
What?
Yeah, we were doing dumb pager shit, you know, like, because we use pagers all the time, so we use, like, page and shit like that.
How
so,
many
like,
times did you get
it wasn't
page
an IMs for me.
What's your pager look like? Was it the black one?
No, it
was it the black one or was it the translucent green?
Translucent
all I
blue.
wanted was
Translucent blue.
Translucent blue.
With the big front face that had the little clip on the side.
Oh my god! I took my dad's old broken one and just wore it and didn't even work. It was a big old black one, and I just wanted a cool fucking pager. That's all I wanted.
I remember as a kid, and I think I may have mentioned this on another podcast, but as a kid, like some guy was working on my house, like had a pager and had a big Grateful Dead sticker. I'm like, oh, that's so cool, man. That is so cool. And he's like, no, it's not. Because then it goes off, and then I gotta go find a phone. I gotta go call someone. I'm going, fuck, I wonder how he feels about cell phones. I actually took that. I had lunch with that guy at Red Hook. That was way later.
The beeper guy?
Yeah. Wonder what Dave's doing.
Fucking Dave, the beeper guy.
So funny. He's like, a fucking pager sucks. And I'm like, I'm at like 8. I'm like, really? It looks so cool. It's funny as that voice is like not that far from my current voice.
Yep. Slightly smaller hands.
Just a little more angst in it,
yeah.
Same size hands. Fuck.
You grew into your hands.
Yeah, it looked fine. Nobody gave me shit about it when I was like 3 feet tall.
Like, oh, he's gonna be a basketball player. Look how big those hands are for a 3-year-old.
I think next week's episode will be about maintaining adult friendships. You fucking assholes.
How to come back?
How to keep your friends there. I'll lead it first because I've probably done that more than you have.
Well, I think that's part of it, is like fucking ribbing your friends and like fucking having that camaraderie, because like we can't always just be serious.
If my favorite thing is if you can burn me, and it feels more like a compliment, because I'm like, you feel comfortable enough with me to know that I am going to get like. It just means we're friends, because if I actually didn't like you, I would never do that.
Right.
Like, it would be mean. It wouldn't cut. Like,
there's
if someone can roast me a little bit, it's the highest compliment.
There's someone I work with who I actually don't particularly like, but I get along with this person just fine. But like, if he doesn't like you, he just literally will not talk to you.
Right.
And it's not even like it's could be construed as rude, but it's actually viewed as extremely professional in my opinion, because just does his job.
Yeah. Right.
Just work.
Like, well, no, obviously, like if you ask the person, he's not gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna fucking tell him where the bathroom is, you know, not stupid, but it's also not gonna be like, hey man, that fucking game. He's not gonna do that.
Yeah. Right. I think
that's the best way to handle situations. If you don't like something, just don't shout no at it. Just keep doing your business.
Well, I mean, isn't that the biggest fucking problem? Wouldn't the world be a just nicer place? Well, I mean, I'd make my bread and butter shouting no.
Yeah.
I'm all like, come on guys, we should shut the fuck up. I'm like, well then I'm just talking. Well, I'm glad Kinzie's here, because Nonsense on his way out.
No, we can't stop shouting no. I think it's just we're forgetting to try to have the mutual respect of each other's opinions.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that comes from like what we just talked about earlier. You know, like messaging without eye contact. So whether it's email or Facebook or social media, whatever.
Yeah, that shit's
being
gone.
removed. Yeah. It's just being removed from that situation and like not. Yeah, you wouldn't say that to somebody's face.
Right, you know, and actually Louis
What's
C.K.
funny
had a sketch
is
about
like,
that.
I get in trouble actually when I'll say shit and I'm not actually speaking to them because they can't tell I'm kidding.
Okay, yeah.
So if I'm on the phone, you know, as of late, this came up, I'm on the phone, like, I think I'm, like, telegraphing the sarcastic tone.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's at times, as of late, unfortunately, that did not come across that way. But I didn't fucking know because I was on the phone with the person.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. But I mean,
But that's still way more. That's not as nuanced as typing something and forgetting a comma, and I just said, "Oh fuck!" I said "fuck you" because I didn't punctuate that shit. I know I said "fuck you," but I didn't put a comma there. I was supposed to be "fuck
Yep.
God.
you."
But yeah, when we don't see the immediate reaction, like when I say something like shitty to one of y'all, I can see your reaction, and
You can
then
feel the energy too.
immediately, exactly, and then I take that in and be like, oh, I don't like that. I
Yeah.
don't want
Not
But
to
you
sit-
don't
not
see
to sit
that.
there-
You
not
just
to
hit
sit there
send and
say
you fucking
you're
do your thing.
infallible or whatever. But like you by practice don't really say shitty things to people.
Because I've said shitty things to people.
Same.
Fuck, man. Maybe one of these days I'll get a slice of that pie. But
Yeah.
Dude, I'm a really good asshole. That's
Yeah.
why I'm just not an asshole anymore. I was really good at it. And it drove everybody away in my life. So you gotta fucking.
Fuck,
I was the
see?
constant.
See, and then this here we go. Yeah.
Yeah. No, for real. The common denominator.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, that's an interesting way to look at that. As
You're,
someone.
you're always the common denominator.
Ooh, ta-da.
Yep.
See, it's funny that we, and now as we sit here and look at the time, it's fun. We can just rope it right back into that whole friendship thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, really. But I mean, see, I've never known you to be an asshole at all. And, maybe that's a good thing.
I don't think I've ever seen you be unkind to anybody while I've been around.
I've never seen him be unkind to someone's
I haven't
face.
been around
I've
you
never
that much,
seen
though.
that.
Hi-oh.
Hey.
Hi-yo.
No, I've gone through my bouts of not being proud of who I was, and
Because it's all internal.
Not
it
to-
is. It
you know,
People
really
do the
is.
same thing that they did to me 10 years ago, but it hits different when you're not in a very fragile, angry, vulnerable like it doesn't hit as hard anymore.
Well,
like it's just like I feel better about who I am as a person, so you can say whatever you want because
Exactly.
I'm not so fragile that what you say is going to break me, and I was that in the past.
Mhm.
Well, it's interesting because
And I'd have to step up and
Right.
prove it.
Right.
Yeah.
We talked about this earlier. We were talking about trauma bond and how we kind of we're all in this trenches together and stuff, and that's where a lot of those jokes and a lot of those things can actually cut deeper and whatnot too. And it's funny, like you actually when you got out of restaurants, you're like, well, part of me didn't like the quote human I was because I would make jokes like that. You remember that conversation we're
Yeah,
having?
most
You're like, no,
definitely, yeah.
like a concerted effort. Like I was making jokes that and part of I don't want to make excuses because, the biggest thing, and especially right now, there's a reckoning on, locker room culture, and you shouldn't fucking do this,
Right,
especially
yeah.
in restaurants. And there's a big fucking problem. And I've been in restaurants long
Behind
enough.
closed doors in restaurants is like
Oh, it's insane,
It's
and
an
I'm not making
environment,
excuses for it, but it also
I used to get videos of it put on my desk, and they're like, "Hey, you should watch the security tape from last night at 10:45."
no,
That's
I don't.
right.
No, I don't want to.
that's
That
right.
was,
I had to
one
quit.
of my better times. That was real fun. That was really, really fun.
That's right. That
But in
needs-
no other job would I ever be able to do that. Are we talking about the same thing?
Oh,
yeah, the
totally.
broad
Okay, cool,
dance.
cool. The
Yeah,
broad dance.
yeah.
The broad dance.
First of all, I had triple D's. Second of all, I worked a double. Third of all, I did not give a fuck. But I couldn't. You
so
would
great.
never do that.
I also
in
put
any
on
other
a
job.
Vietnamese folk song, and she danced to that too,
Right.
which I probably could have offended a couple fucking people
I
doing
don't
that.
even-
It was that song we got off that Van Damme movie. It was
Oh
that
right,
song
yeah,
with,
yeah.
my
that
God.
shit.
Damn song.
You know what I'm talking
I
about?
do, totally.
I felt like I was in a hallucination.
Oh
so
my
funny.
god,
I
That was
so
a good
tired.
day.
That was fun.
So fucking good. Oh,
But making jokes that you fucking wouldn't make. I respected that opinion of you. I mean, I've always respected you, but you're like, yeah, dude, when I'm working in restaurants, I will, not to make excuses for locker room behavior, but you will, you find yourself getting into that kind of routine of
Yeah.
not making excuses for it, but
No. I
it
completely
becomes
understand
more
what you're saying.
acceptable when you hear people say the word fuck all the time. So
Right.
you say it.
And you're living in that environment literally 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
And it's hard when there isn't any it's the majority. So it just it kind of permeates into everything, and it
You
know,
need
and it's
sensitized
difficult.
to it
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
It's
sometimes,
difficult
yeah.
because I remember when I first started working in restaurants, I heard some guy make a comment to a pregnant chick I was working for. Sorry, I should probably say chick. You know, whatever.
I'll allow it.
Thank you. I looked at Kinzie like, fuck, did I just fuck up? I'm
I
getting my
speak
ass
for all
kicked.
chicks, and I'll
Yeah,
allow
thank
it.
you.
I
Thank you.
love
This is
it.
why we brought her in.
Continue.
She's the fucking lawyer. She's the lawyer. That's right. I'm just going to bring in all the people that I might piss off. This thing's going to be a real fucking
This
big
is gonna
room.
turn into like a Judge
Yeah,
Judy
exactly.
kind of thing.
No,
also, I love
It'll
this.
be like
is
Heal
great.
the World. It'll be like that thing.
Yeah.
It'll just me with fucking everybody just standing in the recording studio like Quincy Jones.
I
And
would
this is
love
how
that.
Robin's heart grew
Yeah,
2
exactly.
times its
Fucking, hey,
size.
wow, you really need to put all these people here. He's that guilty.
Yeah.
What was I talking about?
I can't
I don't
remember.
fucking know, man.
Restaurants.
Restaurants.
Oh
and
yeah, so he
jokes.
made this
Culture.
comment, and I was just like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god!" And at this time, I had just worked at Starbucks for the longest time, which was much more professional.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
better for worse, but much more. But I was like
Agreed.
24. I was fucking going here. I was like, "Holy shit! I can't believe you just said that." And now I can't even believe the shit I say now to complete strangers.
Yeah.
You know,
True.
nothing sexually harassing and stuff,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's just like, wow.
You know, yeah, when you don't have anyone to check you, like, and you can, it's like that, it's not a mob mentality, but it's like that same thing. You kind of get caught up in the everything of it.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, and like, you know, the thing for me was, you know, when you grow as a human being in some kind of way, sometimes relationships grow apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
Or they grow with
was
you.
that was a relationship. My relationship with restaurants had
Yeah.
to go for me to continue to grow as a human being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like what you said. You didn't like the person you were, and that's exactly how I felt. Like, I was just, like, I feel like you are in survival mode, so you're not making decisions that you would normally make because
Right.
you're just trying to fucking survive. What it feels like.
Yep.
And so, like, I would, yeah.
Yeah, you're in fight or
Definitely.
flight. You're basically
Totally.
you're waiting tables, but your body thinks
Brings
it's
out
being
the
chased
worst
by a
in you.
jaguar.
I mean, but
Totally.
like you're
Totally.
not going to make
I
the
mean,
best decisions.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and throw myself under the bus here. But it's like, how many fucking times did I laugh by myself? Because I'm not gonna sell you out, even though I just did. Laugh by myself in the office with a very less than PC commentary on someone we were working with.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm
Yeah.
sure. Again, that's why I couldn't be around it anymore because, like,
Yeah, saying some terrible
gotta
ass
remove
shit and then
myself
just
from the
like
jokes.
literally
Yeah.
like crying.
yeah, totally. And then
Yeah.
we'd shoot each other with Nerf guns and fucking it would be great.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Now we remove all the
Now I still
overtly
do that, but
sexual
Adam
jokes
doesn't.
and-
It's great. Called a podcast.
Everyone's on their own path, Robin.
That's right,
Right.
dude.
Bars and restaurants still need good managers out there. Bar.
Oh, dude, one of these days they'll find one, you know?
I
I hope to aspire to be one someday. Like, you know, I hear about these good managers. I know they exist. I mean, by
I've heard
nature of the
lore.
beast, if you have bad managers, they have to go against a good one. Otherwise, they're all bad, right?
That's true.
Like,
That is
otherwise,
true.
everybody is a bad manager, right?
No, you were a pretty good manager.
Oh,
you were great.
Just
Yeah.
fishing
you
for
were.
compliments.
Well, you both were. You both were great
Well,
managers.
you know I
never had
can't
an
take
issue.
compliments, and neither can he. So we just don't do that.
Well,
we
I'm
don't
gonna force you. I'm gonna
we
force
break
you to.
down. We break down here.
I'm gonna start crying.
I'll start crying.
Fuck, shit.
I was just crying this morning. I'll
Fuck
bring it
us.
back.
You
I'll
gotta-
bring
you
it right
gotta-
back up.
You got another cry in you?
Oh,
I don't believe it.
I'm one
I wanna
Creed
see some
song
tears.
away
I'm an
from
ugly
just
crier.
letting the waterworks run.
Shit, man.
That's all I need.
Fuck.
Funny, it's a Cardi B song for me.
Oh God.
Oh, dude, the shit that gets me emotional is like some of the lamest shit. Like, I'll watch like some of the most formulaic movie or 45-minute long TV show, and the guy's like,
It's
got
not
it,
your
man.
fault.
And I'm just like, oh, fuck. Oh, NBC, you are hitting hard right now. I'm like,
You
what
know
the
what?
fuck is this? I don't even know the characters and shit. I'm like, ah, God.
This is us.
I'm gonna watch SportsCenter.
How dare NBC air a show that hits me in places like that? Like, I could
Oh,
only
I
watch
hear
it-
that one fucks people
Oh,
up.
it
I
does.
haven't watched
it
that
fucks,
one.
It.
Yeah.
I don't know how they get away with it. That it feels like an assault on your mind and your soul.
Damn.
So
It's-
kind of like
well,
it's
it's
like
just-
watching the
it's
last half
painful.
Watch
hour
this
of
now.
Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah, and every week,
Yeah, just
every
like
week
fucking-
it's a new.
Who does that? Yeah. Oh, Goodwill Hunting, great movie. I just watched the last half hour.
Yeah,
last half
just the
hour,
good-
just the fucking meat and potatoes in the movie. I don't know how. Get me to that.
I don't need no
part.
chalkboard shit.
Yeah,
I don't need no Apple stuff. Right
Let's
at
say
the
don't
end.
no spoiler alert, fucker.
Oh, who
Yeah.
hasn't seen? Okay,
Yeah.
if you haven't seen,
Yeah,
Goodwill
that's like
fucking
watching
Hunting.
like the middle part of Schindler's List. Like, I only want to see that part.
Just where it cuts me to my core, and then I get out.
You don't watch the end. No, don't watch the end.
No resolution. Just let those images permeate.
Yeah.
Let that sink
Just let
in.
it let it
Yeah.
hang. Just let it
Nothing
be in
good
there.
happened. Never
Actually,
again.
on the Spielberg train, didn't mean to go there because I'm not a big.
Let's hop on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Dig that. Motherfucker directed that and Jurassic Park in the same year. You're doing
Stop.
Jurassic Park and Schindler's List in the same fucking year.
Wow.
Those are two very different.
Dude, like
things.
crazy
That's
different and
crazy
crazy
shit,
important
yeah.
for two crazy different reasons.
Oh wow.
I mean, well, that's why everyone knows who the fuck he is and he's worth $1 billion.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, dude, so, like, everyone, like, you know, strokes Lucas.
Yeah.
You know? But, like, those assholes were doing Indiana Jones, too. Like, those were both of those assholes.
Yeah.
Spielberg and Lucas.
Yeah. And Spielberg was doing Animaniacs at the same time, probably, too.
Yeah, fucking E.T. and shit.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
Animaniacs.
That was great.
That shit's
They
back out now.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
rebooted that.
They're
Is it the same? Or is it they
Uh,
got, like,
no,
fucking
it's
Dane
alright.
I mean, it
Cook
can't
doing
be
the
the
voice? You got
classics.
fucking Dane Cook doing...
Yeah,
Is the
Wacko.
female-
Dot.
Dot.
Yeah, Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. Fucking great.
Dane Cook.
Oh.
I've
So
gone
your
back
favorite
and watched the old
actually
ones.
no, actually
Bamf.
we need to go back to this shit. Your favorite comedian in like college was Dane Cook.
He wasn't my favorite, but he was
That was
so,
like speaking to you.
It was so permeated in
So you did the frat
inside
dorm
jokes.
life.
It was
Oh,
like
yeah.
it was so ingrained. So it wasn't
I can feel that.
unironically, but it was almost to the point where like it had just permeated the culture around me that like it you just couldn't escape it. So I think he was just so present. And I mean,
No
I laughed
Cure
at
for
his
Cancer.
shit.
Dennis Leary was a big one for me.
Great,
Like growing
great
up, like
album.
we
I
were
remember
always
that.
Jim
Yeah.
Gaffigan, also a big one for me.
that
in
was
college.
like that's like a
Brian
slightly
Regan.
you're slightly younger than me, right?
Yeah.
Is the gap like kind of like this between us?
Yeah, I think
Like
so.
three
I'm
and three,
34.
something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're a tier.
A tier, yeah,
Tier.
that's right.
Yeah.
So when we need to ask what a fucking hashtag is, we ask Kinzie.
So
Yeah, right.
TikTok is an
Yeah,
application.
thank you. Ah, yes. It's not
Finally,
fucking.
can you explain
It's
Bitcoin?
not a 2-calorie desert mint.
Fucking hell, man.
Did you know that fucking lid in the Tic Tac fits a Tic Tac in it?
Stop.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't.
I saw it as a BuzzFeed thing.
Yeah.
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 TikTok has shown me things like that have completely
Yeah,
changed
apparently
my
there's
life.
like on Jeeps, there's like hidden animals on Jeeps, like little fucking. I think on Wranglers and like Rubicons and stuff.
There's probably a really, really small one on the compass.
I don't
They
think
probably forgot the compass. They're like,
It's like a jackalope
Yeah.
or
We
something.
try not to talk about the
my
compass.
poor compass.
Fucking shit.
What was your first concert?
Metallica at the Gorge. Yeah,
Oh,
I have the
shit.
best first
Good for
concert
you,
ever.
man. Wow.
My Metallica with Jerry Cantrell of Alice
Whoa.
in Chains and Days of the New. I was 14.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude, I always win that conversation. I've never met anyone else that's been able to top
No,
that.
you win.
They normally be like, yeah, I saw the kids guy Tim Noah. Do you guys remember him as a kid?
Didn't know it, no.
It's like one of those fucking
He,
Nickelodeon
like
guys.
Baby Beluga, like that.
Pretty
kind of
much
guy?
like that
okay,
kind of shit.
right.
Like
But
Rafi.
no, what was yours?
I don't know, man.
SWV and Vogue, Janet
No.
Jackson, Rhythm Nation 812,
It was probably a rock concert of some sort.
Local H,
Um,
Creed, Radiohead,
It was
Creed,
probably a
Radiohead,
big.
Blues.
It was probably a big name. But I have no idea, honestly.
Blues
Shit,
Traveler.
I'd have to
fucking
dig.
Blues
Oh my
Traveler
God,
wasn't
please
he?
I've
let
seen
it be.
Blues Travelers.
I
Yeah,
would
you
I've
give
seen
can't
Blues
anything to
Travelers,
see
yeah.
Blues Traveler live.
Oh, he's great.
I
He's
would
got a
give
great
anything.
voice.
I actually
Oh.
heard Blues Traveler on my Spotify came on. I was like, I should probably give Blues Traveler more of a thought.
Yeah, dude. That
Yeah,
guy's got a great
this
voice.
This is what's changed. 20 years ago, September 11th, Robin would not have even given 2 fucking seconds to Blues Traveler or the Counting Crows. And now I'm like, hey, fucking Counting Crows, yeah?
Yeah,
I'm
Counting
Counting
Crows,
Crows.
I like Counting
However,
Crows, man.
I'm not
They
fucking,
can
I'm
fuck.
still sticking to my guns on Hootie and the Blowfish. I'm not fucking around with that shit. Fuck
I
that
like
band.
them
That was
back
my
then.
first concert.
Oh,
That
no
was my
way!
first
I
concert.
can't make this shit up!
Fucking Hootie and the Blowfish.
That is
Fuck
that
yeah.
is no lie. It was my aunt and my sister, and it was me, and it was the best experience of my life.
Good on
they,
ya.
They
Good
were.
on
Oh, did they cancel and have someone else play? Because that would be
I like
Yeah,
Hootie and
Seven
the
Dust.
Blowfish. I
Fucking
did.
Seven Dust.
Seven Dust.
Seven Dust had a show. Fuck, dude.
We need another band with a black singer.
Would have made it.
Seven
Yeah, exactly.
Dust.
Yeah,
Fuck,
we
we
need
could
to
have been
get a
there.
band
Show
with
and
a
open
black
for Hootie.
singer. Yeah,
Fucking
Seven
hell.
Dust. That's fucking
I was like,
great.
I was waiting. I was like, Robin's gonna freak when I tell him my.
Yeah.
my
The best
Hootie
part
and
is I
Blowfish,
just
but it even
my
was
angst
better.
just segued into it. I'm just like fucking projecting all this mid-90s bullshit. I'm like, yeah, you probably went to this band. Yeah, fuck them. Crash Test Dummies.
It's the
right?
only band that Mandy still makes fun of me for listening to, and
Dude,
I
they're not
unironically-
fucking good.
I
They're not
cracked
fucking good.
review.
It's a great album.
Okay,
Great
fuck,
album.
fuck
Great
that
album.
album. Okay, so
Great-
couple
That's
things.
the only one I fuck with. That's
Oh,
the
you
only
don't
one.
fuck around with Fairweather Johnson?
don't.
Not fucking around with Fairweather
I
Johnson?
don't. It doesn't
Okay,
hit the
so
same.
what's funny is I know that both of those. I first of all know the name of those albums.
I remember. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
it's
fucking
good
album
stuff.
sold
Oh, man, listen to that after we're
16
done.
million copies of
Oh,
that
yeah.
album.
Oh, yeah.
16 million copies of that fucking album. And I was talking to a guy about this, and he
And I
brought
have
it
8
up.
of 'em.
And he brought up a really good point. He's like, did you say what?
I said it's 16 million copies, and I own 8 of them.
You have 8?
Yeah, 8.
Gotta have a
Just
back-
8.
I
Just
have a
back up.
I have a backup sealed
Well, I have a
copy
burned
for my car.
one.
Yeah,
one.
In
Mini
I
disc.
have
On
a,
vinyl. Mini
I have a
disc, they did.
sealed copy for my house, a sealed copy for my car, and a backup sealed copy for my car in case
a
I
safe.
need another sealed copy.
Yeah,
that
and it's
only
safe in
Mandy
another
has
state.
availability.
Yeah, it's in my will.
So a lot of those albums, and this is true, in the 93, 94, 95, a shitload of those albums blew up because cars were getting CD players in them. And I was like, wow, that's a really good fucking point. This guy ended up being a piece of shit, but he brought up that really good point.
That was a
That's
really good
interesting.
point.
Yeah.
You remember those CD holders that you just lived in your car that were
The
like
fucking so yeah,
100, and
the
then
Case
if someone
Logic
broke
case.
in your car,
Oh yeah,
and
so
stole
I
them,
never
your
had
life
one,
was
but
over.
Oh, yeah.
I was just gonna
It
say, I'm
happens
like,
much times.
my friend had a binder stolen. Did you have a binder
I
stolen?
did.
And
I
it
did.
was
Did
like
you have
a
a
real.
binder stolen?
Oh yeah, it was a traumatic.
Did you have the liner
experience.
notes in there too, or no?
Oh, they were cataloged. I had like burned
Did
off
they get?
of
Did they get that?
bootleg.
Did they get
you
that
know,
summer
Deep
like
cuts
that
and shit.
college show where you find your music.
Napster.
Oh my god! And then
Oh,
all
yeah.
my lime wires that I.
LimeWire.
That it took me
Fuck
forever to
yeah,
find
man.
a working link on the lime
Oh,
wire.
Like
There was
3
a
days
there was
to
a
load.
there was a dude who
Days
came into the pub.
downloading.
There was a dude who came into the pub like maybe 3 months or 3 weeks ago. Had a fucking LimeWire sweatshirt. I'm like going.
Stop.
I'm like, no fucking way. I'm like, that thing fucked up every computer I
Yeah,
own.
that
Man,
guy
downloading
fucks.
porn,
That
dude.
guy fucks.
That
Oh,
guy
that guy
fucks.
totally fucks.
That guy
That
fucks.
totally fucks. Dude, everybody at the bar time, like going, hey, did you get a virus downloading porn off LimeWire?
Yeah.
And like all these
I
adults
had
are
to
like,
like
yeah.
just trash 2 computers. Like
Uh-huh.
I just like they were so beyond fixing.
Fucking dude,
because
that guy
of LimeWire.
totally fucks. I should have just said that. I'm like, this guy
Just
fucks.
shake his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Shake. I don't want to shake his hand. It's
tip your
fucking
hat to
dirty.
the
I'm like,
gentleman.
you probably just fucked in my bathroom,
Left
sir.
hand shake. Left hand
Left
shake.
hand.
Fuck, dude.
The elbow bump.
This guy
Yeah,
fucks.
right.
LimeWire sweatshirt. I'm like, oh my
But,
god.
it
Oh,
was
that's
just.
deep.
The other one was Kazaa. Do you remember Kazaa?
Oh my
remember
god,
Kazaa,
Kazaa.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Kazaa, dude.
Uh-huh.
It was just like there was just no Apple Music. There was no way if you lost it, like you would have to do all that work over again.
Well, and all
it
that shit was
just- I remember
labeled like
anxiety.
everything. Every classic rock song was Aerosmith. And I'm like, no, they did not fucking do Stairway to Heaven, you ass fucks.
Right, yeah, exactly. Everything was so mislabeled.
Oh,
and fucking,
yeah.
Spend
yeah.
all day
That's why.
downloading that shit. It would take an hour and a half to download one fucking song, and
It's
it
like
wasn't even the right fucking thing.
It's like, oh, it's the Broadway version of it. Like,
Uh-huh.
God damn it!
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh, it's the Broadway version.
Yeah.
Different tone.
They made an Alanis Morissette Broadway show. I just realized.
Really?
I didn't know that.
25th anniversary of Jagged Little Pill.
Yeah,
was just
and
quite
she's got a
recent.
new documentary, and I had just gotten a tattoo of her and Shirley Manson and Fiona Apple on my arm. I did.
Wow, that's
I'm
a fucking
tatted out
Mount
now.
Rushmore. That's a Mount Rushmore of
Bro, you
women
should see-
musicians.
My body looks like a
You look like Adam.
high schooler's notebook.
You should have been on the fucking tattoo podcast where my pasty white ass is just like, yeah, you fucks got tattoos all over the place.
Yeah, I promised myself I'd wait till 30 before I started tatting up my arms, and then I turned 30, and I was like, well, I still want them.
Oh,
so.
you got like sleeveys.
Yeah, I'm working on. I have almost this one hole down.
Holy shit,
Oh, that's
fuck.
right. I've
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
you the last time I saw
Yeah,
you.
here, I'll show you.
Like you did not have like any tattoos
No, I
when
didn't.
I met you.
No, and
Wow.
because I also was just like scared to look. I felt like it made me look more gay, and I just kind of had a lot of personal issues with it.
Fair.
So now I just.
I remember seeing that one on Face. Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so I have
Oh,
Alanis
that's
Morissette,
beautiful.
Fiona Apple, and Shirley Manson as my holy 90s holy trinity.
Love that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's
But
great.
yeah, so I want to do like it's got a bunch of pictures of people's faces, but
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna fill it in with other cool things. But yeah, I was just really attached to my feminine presenting identity because I felt like it just made me feel a little bit safer.
not having the tattoos on the
Yeah.
arms because that's and I'm gonna that's more
It's
butch.
just well,
Quote butch,
that's
quote
not even
butch.
accurate. It's just the house I grew up in.
Yeah,
and,
okay.
You know, like it's just a lot of like trauma attached to it, and like my hair. Like I didn't want to cut my hair because I didn't want to look, you know, not long-haired, regular, pretty straight presenting, I guess.
Right.
And so I shaved my head last year,
Yes, you did.
and it was
awesome.
the best thing ever.
Wow.
And yeah, and then I was just like, oh, okay, now my body feels like mine.
I
and
feel
I can do
weird
what
taking
I
a
want it
shower
to.
with that shit.
Oh yeah, And I did it like in November, and I was like, "Oh, your hair really
It's
keeps a lot of
cold.
heat in.
Yeah,
it's chilly."
Cold. I had long hair in high school, and I cut it when I was 19. Unfortunately, I don't have it. Believe me, if I had photos of this stuff, and
I know we've tried. I've tried to find you.
I would love to see.
But I just really don't.
Luscious.
But I have my
red
senior.
locks.
Oh my god.
My senior photo, I'm still growing it out, so it's like down to here and it's parted, so I can get you. But like, I just don't have a lot of photos of it. But I remember when I cut it, like the back of my head was fucking freezing. I mean, you got long hair.
I couldn't warm up. Like I was
Fucking
I was wearing hats the whole time.
Still remember that shit.
Why did I do this
All
in
like
November?
sensitive. It kind of felt like
Yeah, and I was always like messing with it. And it's it's like an ASMR feeling. I could just like rub my hand on it.
Right, yeah.
And just like calm myself.
And I loved
Felt
your TikToks coming back with the hairdo.
Yeah, it's in a rough spot right now. Like it can go to Devon Sawa pretty quick, but
Oh yeah.
fucking Devon Sawa,
right?
yeah, fucking
Or, like,
idle hands called.
go down in early around. Like that's what I feel like.
Oh,
I feel like I look like an emo kid right
dude,
now.
This is I feel like
This
we're
is
at
great.
the
It's,
like,
Beauty and the
almost
Blowfish
there.
concert.
It's almost long enough where I want to cut it, but at this point I don't want to lose any length because it's taken so long to grow out. I don't think I might shave my head again. It was really nice. Like very low maintenance, but the grow out process is a little
Growing out your hair fucking blue.
It sucks.
Yep. That's why I won't cut my hair.
Yeah.
Again, I'm like,
Well,
fuck it.
It's just
my
so
shit
much
was
work
like
because I
falls
literally
out.
can't do anything
I had
with
to
it right
fucking
now.
comb
Just
my hair for like
nothing-
10 minutes every morning, and I was at like 18. I'm going, it's hard to feel like a badass when the first thing you do in the morning is like fucking comb your goddamn hair. I'm like,
You
yeah,
gotta
I rock. This is literally one thing. I'm like, fuck.
Hey man, real men detangle too. You know?
Yeah,
I get
man.
all that. See, I'm
Fucking Bret Hart, man.
just
You know, he's
fucking Bret Hart.
teasing his hair.
Yeah.
Fucking 100
Bret Hart.
strokes a day, man.
Bret the Hitman.
I
100
just don't know what to
strokes
do
a
with my hair
day.
because I don't like it long, but I don't like it short. I just want it to be different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. That's all I wanted to say.
Let it be different.
Just let it be different.
Okay.
Maintaining
Just miss
friends.
my ponytail.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we maintain friends.
Yeah.
That's good shit.
That's that's
The
from
good
the
ones
heart.
stick around.
Definitely.
Or they might not stick around presently all the time in your physical reality, but like
They're
you
there
know.
when you need them.
Yeah.
Well,
for sure.
I mean, it's funny. We didn't even actually really talk about it because the obvious thing for me, especially in our age, in our 30s and whatnot, and for you being in your 40s, fucking
Embrace it, man.
is that a friend of mine actually said something. He's like, stop making jokes about your fucking being old or saying that you're feeling old.
That's what ages you. No joke.
Well, no, nobody says because when you're actually old, you won't be able to fucking make those jokes. So what the fuck's the point of being young now and saying you're old? And I'm just like, oh fuck.
That's some real bars right
He,
there.
Yeah.
said it way
Love
better
your
than
youth.
that.
But yeah, like appreciate the youth that you
Because like when you're actually quote old, whatever
Right.
you want to define that as. I mean, some people say that's 63 or whatever, but like,
I don't know.
You're
Have you seen
actually
Cher
quote
lately?
old.
Cher's like 70.
oh dude, I saw fucking
Yeah,
Tina
she's
Turner
Vera
on
Wang
TV.
is like 72 and she looks
I saw
insane.
Tina Turner. She's 81. I saw her on TV a couple days ago. I mean, she wasn't performing, but like, damn, Tina.
You are as young as you feel.
Totally.
I still feel young, but
Fair enough, but we were watching an episode of Loudermilk, and that guy was fucking walking all slow up the stairs. Don't get me that fucking young as you are. No, that guy was walking slow up the stairs.
No, but I know a guy right now. His name is Chris. He's 65, 66. That can like lay on the ground, straddle, straddle, fold, completely legs open wide, and press into a handstand from there.
Oh.
67 years old.
I can't get up from a squat. So,
Like,
but
so-
that's like just like my physical body that I've not taken care of. But if you take care of yourself,
Totally.
you can
You
you
can
can
do some
stretch that
shit.
shit out.
The body's great, and you can always come back too. Like I've been heavy, I've been light, I've been in shape, I've been out of whatever quote unquote shapes, blah blah blah. Like our bodies are pretty resilient unless you have some kind of injuries.
I mean, when I first met you, you were doughier, but I didn't know you at your peak doughiness because I think you had started doing yoga when I first met you.
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
it's just living life at the brewery, like
Right, yeah,
eating
working in
all
restaurants.
Of the food there.
Fuck,
and
this guy
drinking beer.
ate fucking naan and a chicken breast every day. I'm not blaming the diet on him.
Well, I also
And I
ate
love
a
you to
spoon.
death, but that is.
I also ate a tablespoon of like tartar sauce, mayo,
Yeah,
ranch,
you did. Yeah,
barbecue
your line
sauce.
check.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
I do
that
line
fucking
checks every day,
sucked.
man.
Yeah.
Eating
That
bacon,
sucked.
tater
Gotta do
tots,
your
French
beer
fries.
tastings and all
Yeah,
that
man.
stuff.
All that adds up.
For sure.
I lost 10 pounds after I got out of restaurants just from the sheer fact of not having to do line checks anymore.
Yeah, doing dips of ranch and shit.
The Top
tartar.
Chef judges, they gain like 15 pounds over season just by like food tasting.
Yeah.
Padma Lakshmi is one of my good friends.
No.
follow
I
her
don't
on
know who that
TikTok.
is.
She's the host of that show. She's a badass.
We call that a
She- her-
non-humble brag.
No, it's not humble. It's
We
like,
call that a brag.
I'm gassing that lady up.
Fuck yeah.
She's awesome. But yeah, she talks about how like because they don't eat that. It doesn't look like they eat that much on Top Chef because their portions are always like this much.
When you have
But
to do all
over
that for camera.
20 episodes.
Hey, we got a shitty. Dave was fucking hitting on the sound girl. We didn't get you eating that chocolate ganache.
We're gonna need you to hit that again. Hit it hard.
Smash that
Take her
chocolate
bite this
and
time.
go. Fuck.
Really
It's been a while since I produced culinary reality television, so maybe it's changed.
I love Top Chef.
I've not gotten into Top Chef.
You know,
It's
on
kinda
an
addicting. If you can binge
unrelated
it,
thing.
it's nice.
On an unrelated thing, because you know someone who's on that show, my dad got his haircut next to the guy who played the Joker on the TV show Batman.
The TV show of Batman.
So Cesar Romero, my dad got his haircut next to him.
Oh, right on.
Didn't talk to him,
Yeah.
but the guy who played Joker
Just sat there
on-
and basked in his like next
just
to
sat
us.
in the energy.
just sat
the
there
Joker.
next to him. Wow, he got a haircut.
What was the haircut that he got?
See, fuck, man, I didn't even
it
ask
a
my
mullet?
dad
You
that.
never asked the right questions, Robin.
Fuck, dude. Cesar Romero, he's got to be dead now.
I would imagine.
The Adam West Joker. That
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
totally.
wow,
Yeah.
The Adam
Well, dude, my
West
dad's
Joker.
fucking. Sorry, Dad. Marginally old now. He's 75.
Yeah,
so
your
it's
dad's
like,
getting up there.
He's gonna fucking. He's not getting his
Different
haircut next to
generation.
Heath Ledger. You know, what the fucking odds of my dad like?
I mean, that would've been
hobnobbing it
awesome.
with fucking Heath. Oh, hey Heath.
You
What are
never
you
know,
doing
man.
in Hansville, Washington?
Who's your Joker? Like when you think of who's
Jack
your
Nicholson.
Batman?
Jack Nicholson. Batman's Keaton.
Yeah.
Keaton for
Keaton,
days.
yeah.
Keaton for days. You're fucking Bale for days. I can see Bale written all over your Bale.
I appreciate
I
Christian
grew up
Bale.
in George Clooney Batman.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm a
yeah.
Kilmer guy.
Yeah.
I was a Clune dog.
I was a Clooney, Nicole Kidman, Uma Thurman, Arnold Schwarzenegger
Oh,
Batman.
everybody
That was
chill,
Batman
yeah,
my
yeah,
age.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I rewatched those and I was like,
How
these
bad-
are so clearly camp, and people are expecting them to be, or maybe they were marketed as like they were supposed to hit like
Yeah.
the Christopher Nolan Batman. But if you watch them for the movies that they are, they're fucking hilarious.
Like the third
They're
one,
really
like
funny.
Batman
So
Forever,
campy.
was it that bad? The third one, was it
oh,
that bad?
the
George
Jim
Clooney.
the George Clooney,
George Clooney one was terrible, but the Val Kilmer one
Super
with,
campy on
with
that
Tommy
one.
Lee Jones
Well,
and
a
Jim Carrey
Two-Face, yes.
is so bad.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I remember as a
But in a
kid thinking
good
that was
way.
awesome. I remember like, oh, this is a great movie.
I remember being
Yeah.
scared when the Riddler pushed someone off of like it scared me a little bit.
Oh, he had a bunch of like fucked up games and shit.
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Totally,
Some,
yeah.
Like, dark.
like got
It
electrocuted.
it
and
did get
stuff.
dark. Yeah,
Mhm.
totally. Yeah.
I took it seriously when I was a kid, and so I always thought they were like kind of.
Well, see,
scary
like
movies
the
with nice
Keaton
lighting.
movies, those are both fucking Tim Burton.
There were. Yep.
That's
Ooh,
that's why they got that old vibe.
It has
Yeah.
that vibe for sure.
Those two were right
So,
in
yeah,
the, right in the
so I
pocket
was-
for
I
me.
So
was-
to answer your question, George Clooney is my
So
favorite.
yeah, she's a Clooney dog, and we're Keatons.
I'm a Keaton. But I do like Christian Bale.
Yeah, her
Yeah.
James Bond's probably fucking Timothy Dalton or whatever.
No,
George
no,
Lazenby.
Fuck, what's his name? Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce,
Yeah, Pierce
fucking
Brosnan.
Goldeneye, baby, for years.
That was mine, dude.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
totally, man.
Aw, Pierce.
Pierce Brosnan. Well,
Dude.
no, just Goldeneye. Goldeneye was iconic in my
Oh,
time.
Well, the
I had
video.
that was like
I
the
had
first
the
of the
N64
exactly.
games
Ah,
in
it
it.
keeps
64
falling.
That's okay.
Goldeneye.
I can't handle.
Fucking
can't handle
Pierce. Pierce was not convincing in that movie.
Well, that aside.
I
And
don't
I should know this as a special forces guy.
I do like Daniel Craig. I
He's-
don't love those movies enough to watch. I don't
Well,
think
that's the
I've
thing
ever
is,
watched the
I
whole
would have to say that Connery's my guy, but that's just because I
Yeah.
think Sean Connery's more of a badass than any of the other aforementioned actors.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't sit there. I've seen like half of Goldmember or Goldfinger. Goldmember's the Austin. But it's like, have you seen all the original fucking like Sean Connery,
No,
Roger
No.
Moore? I
I've
haven't
seen
any
bits
of
and
those.
pieces of
No.
all those, but never really like all of them. No,
Fuck,
not
dude,
at all.
I made the mistake, and this guy's fuck.
What?
Someone I may have worked with. I started talking to this person about James Bond movies, and I'm like, oh fuck, this guy's into Bond.
Oh,
Into
no.
Bond,
Yep,
into
yep.
Bond,
A can of
into like, I
worms.
Yep.
mean, like, oh fuck.
Oh no!
Like
what
he
have
was
I
talking
done?
about like the scientist in this movie references like we're talking shit you hear Star Wars people talk about.
Oh wow, yeah.
And I was like,
yep,
oh fuck.
yep.
Fuck.
The correct dialect, actually.
Well, so yeah, I was like I named like George Lazenby and then Timothy, the guys who've done one movie each,
Yep.
and he's just like, well, he appeared in the, and I'm like, oh,
Oh, not
fuck!
the Easter eggs.
Oh
Yeah.
God!
God damn it.
I don't think I opened the rest of the bar that day. I was like, he smiled, yeah,
Got to go.
fucking off. And then I make a comment like, yeah, let's move on. Yeah, Daniel Craig's doing a great job though.
God,
Oh
what have I
God, we
done?
haven't even got through Sean Connery yet, and he's fucking. There's a
Oh,
lot of those
man.
motherfucking movies.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah,
of those movies, man.
like not even trying, you'll rattle off a dozen.
Yeah.
I mean, I can make one up right now, and you wouldn't even fucking know.
No, it's basically like a
Tunnel
Bond
Too
villain.
Far.
Yeah.
I
just
really
made that
want
up.
Gwendolyn Christie to be the next Bond.
Who is that?
She played Brienne in Game of Thrones. She's
Oh
really
yeah.
tall.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Brienne of Tarth.
Yeah, Brienne of Tarth.
Yeah.
I was like, she would make a great Bond. She's
Wow,
British,
she
and
would
she
do
kind of
great.
has that like.
Do you remember when we were talking
She's
about
got the
for
essence of Bond.
Halloween as a
Yeah.
joke?
Uh-huh.
We were gonna have sous chef John Hervey be Brienne of Tarth, and I was gonna be Tormund. Do you remember that shit?
I do.
For the imagery,
I do,
I'm
yeah.
140 pounds dripping wet, and John Hervey's fucking like 270, 280,
he's a
6'5".
big dude, yeah.
Show was Arya.
He was gonna
Season 1 Arya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he could be season. I'll be season 1 Arya, and he'll be the
call it
Hound.
Sting
He'll be the
and
Hound. He'll be
Puka.
like,
What is it
"Fucking
called?
get
Yeah,
out of
big
here,
dude,
little boy."
Needle. That's what
Needle.
Needle there it is, Needle, yeah.
Oh, it's made
I'll
Needle.
just go as Arya Stark. I'm the Hound. So awesome.
Oh, we'll make that happen.
Yeah, that's my vote
Goddamn.
for next Bond, though. I think she'd do pretty well at it.
I fucking love that.
Would they keep the name James?
Maybe Jamie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
You know what they should.
There's a female actress named James King though.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. There's like
Oh, really?
Kyles out
Okay.
there that are famous.
But
Kyle
but
Richards.
but that's
Okay.
also Screen Actor Guild. Michael J. Fox's fucking middle name is Andrew. But like you can only have one fucking Tom Hanks.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
believe me. I
You
tried,
feel- I
I tried
know.
to register Tom Hanks.
You tried to get
Didn't
old
fucking
Tommy
work.
Hanks in there?
Tommy
Tom
Hanks.
Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Fucking Tom Hanks. Oh, dude, so I like Tom Hanks. I was talking to you about fucking Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Like Tom Hanks. We're literally at the point now where Tom Hanks has done so many fucking movies that now we're putting him on Mars where he befriends a robot and a fucking laptop
I
and
wanna
a
see
coffee
that.
maker. Yeah, it probably looks pretty good, but that's not
Yeah.
the point.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
He's
we
literally
Tom
played
Hanks.
every
we
role.
were out of
Yeah,
shit
he
that,
is,
like,
yeah.
we're just fucking throwing Tom
Name
Hanks and a
something
couple
he hasn't
nouns. Like,
Yeah.
you're on the top of a waterfall and you have to get over there and you have a cake that has to stay dry.
Go. Action.
Like, he's like, that's an hour and a half. I don't know if that's 2 hours, sir.
I love Splash era Tom Hanks. Like
I don't even know what that is.
Splash?
No.
Do you know what Splash is?
I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Okay,
if I
so
know
it's
what Splash
Daryl
is.
Hannah, and she's a mermaid, and her
Splash.
and Tom Hanks has a brother,
Yeah.
John Candy,
It's
and
like
they're
Joe
both
versus the volcano era.
yeah, like Sleepless in Seattle,
Turner
like
and
before
Hooch?
Sleepless in Seattle. Yeah, probably
Yeah.
maybe after Turn and Hooch, or maybe
Shit.
after
Bachelor party.
Burbs, maybe.
Burbs.
Burbs
Corey
is a great
Feldman.
one. I love Burbs
Corey
too.
Anything with Corey Feldman.
Yeah, Splash is iconic.
I didn't even know about that.
It's Eugene Levy's in it. John Candy.
How have I not heard
Tom
of this?
Hanks,
See, like
Daryl
I've heard of
Hannah.
Overboard with Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. but
Oh, I
never-
love Overboard. Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah.
I have Overboard on my arm.
God, no
Look.
way! Oh, I haven't
Yeah,
seen you
you
in
do.
so long.
Little nuts.
Remember, I haven't seen them.
Still
I'm just,
tacky.
so,
That's amazing.
so yeah.
Love that.
When we're talking about maintaining adult friends, gets easier when you name drop the first band you've seen, and I was just talking shit about it, not trying to. And then a tattoo on your arm, just talking shit, not
Yeah.
trying to.
Do you see all the signs the universe is sending you?
Yeah, it's just all
This
this.
is friendship.
So
It's
good.
divine
So
friendship.
good. It's like, how is he gonna fuck
It's
this
literally
up?
made from stardust. This is a magical connection
Oh,
we have.
man, I love
So
it.
good.
Everything you
Fucking
think is on my body somehow.
All right, well, I fucking love you too.
I fucking
I love
love
you,
you
man.
too.
Yeah,
I
I
love
appreciate
you.
y'all's friendship.
Bro
man.
That last one was gonna hurt me.
Yeah,
Not bad, not bad.
we'll get better at that.
All right, man. Well, we'll see y'all next time.
All right.